Welcome, my fellow citizens. Now, I know I say for almost every ship it's beautiful, and that is because in every ship you can find something beautiful. But these two ships here, in my humble opinion, are the two most beautiful ships in the game, period. The level of design of these ships, the lines, just make them so special ships. The 400i was my first love and one of my favorite ships ever in the game. I know this ship is not that useful, but it has its own uses and it's a luxury ship from Origin. And it's getting updated lately and it's getting even more power. I made a lot of videos about it and yeah, I love that ship. But then came this thing. And it was instant love for me. The L21 Wolf. I love how this ship is made. I love every part of this ship. I love the design. Well, not every part. I don't like the fin. Everything else is just pure design. Let's start with the engines. Just look how beautifully is this done. How much thought and love went into this. Just look at this. It feels like it's a real ship. Like you could open this here and see the engine, how it does it work inside. This is just next level craftsman. And having things stand here near the 400i, wow. I even tried to fit this one inside the 400i, I admit, but sadly this thing is just too big for the 400i. I made a video about Wolf where I compare it to the Silver Surfer, and actually it really is like a Silver Surfer. It has two guns, size 4s, which is really interesting. It has almost the same guns as 400i. The only difference is on the 400i you can change this gun for any others, but here you are stuck with the ballistics. Right now these ballistics are very nice, 1650 meters per second, and this one, yeah, you can change whatever you like, from cannons to ballistics. Yeah, pretty much your choice. Overall, I love the noses of these ships, especially the 400i. I'm just sad that the CIG, it seems, abandoned Origin and doesn't bring new Origin ships in the game. Man, these ships are something special for me. Now, what's the use of these ships? Well, a lot of people say that the little ship is not that useful. I would say this ship is very, very useful for the one who likes to enjoy the gameplay. So this will be your little ship when you want to fly from point A to point B, short term, maybe somewhere in the solar system, for example on a Crusader from moon to moon, because it doesn't have a lot of quantum fuel, only 900k. This ship best goes if you put it inside of some other big ships. The special thing that I like about this ship is the feeling that you got when you sit inside of the cockpit. Let me just show you. Love the animation of entering, by the way. So when you sit in this ship, you are very, very high. Look at this. You are on top of the ship in this cockpit, and you can see the sides of the ship, an open area view above you. So when you fly around in this ship, it's just crazy good looking. Once you pull up the landing gear, the awful things comes out, yeah, the fin, but look how beautiful this ship would be. Imagine if this fin is not there. I'll try to break this thing, but it's indestructible. So yeah, kudos to CIG. They make such unuseful things indestructible. I managed to break the ship 2 times before this fin, and the fin still stayed on. I couldn't break it off. If you managed to break it off, write me down in the comments how did you do. There was a saying that CIG maybe in the future will make a toggle to remove it, because so many people don't like this thing and I'm one of them. This is the only thing that bothers me. But if I look the ship from like this view, when I fly, I don't even notice it, so it's okay. So why did I decide to park these two ships near each other? Because these are my favorite ships in the game, period. And even if they are vastly different, both of them have their own beauty. Like this is a classic which is brought into the future, and I can't love it more for what it is. And then 400i. This thing is just absolutely crazy. A lot of people do not like the 400i, but me, for instance, I enjoy this ship so much, and let me show you why. So as I said, with this ship you can fly around, enjoy it, have fun with it, and of course if someone attacks you, you can defend yourself a little and then probably escape. I don't think this ship is such a good fighter, but it has its power, because these guns that it has have a very good bullet speed, 1650 meters per second, so not bad at all. Currently the ballistics are bad, minus 50%, and shield penetration also, but they do go through the shield, so you have to just wait until the shield's down and then you can damage a lot. In the future I think the ballistics will be fixed and will be much better. But now, the 400i. Everything that I said for this ship, but on a bigger scale. This ship is made to explore, to fly from one solar system to the other, to go through the wormhole, to do almost all gameplay in the game, but not at the top of its value. For example, you can do with this ship cargo hauling, but not as good as on probably on A2, M2, C2 or Asgard. You can do fighting with this ship, but probably not as good as with the Guardian. I tell you, there's no better ship to just sit inside and fly around in the game, except maybe for this one, but there is a big difference for this, so let me show you. First of all, you have a place for your bike, and then you have this, one of the coolest interiors in the game. Now this ship will shine as soon as the engineering comes into gameplay. Why? Because it has a redundancy, it has a lot of cool extra stuff, and it has these coolers, so it will probably not overheat. And look at the level of details inside of this ship. I mean, come on. If you are someone who appreciates nice things like I do, this is the ship that you like. Once you go upstairs, it's completely different. Now you have this beautiful interior that looks so amazing. And look, even the seat is not fixed. Or is it fixed? They had something there. I think it's fixed. But I cannot still sit here. Okay, not fixed. Never mind. So yeah, the contrast to that little wolf is interior. And look at this bridge. When I see this bridge, I feel like I'm on Star Trek ship or something even better. Maybe the ships from Foundation will only give me such a vibe and look of futuristic and beautiful design. The central place is like your throne. It's in the middle of everything and everybody is behind you and support you. Once you sit in this pilot seat, this ship is made for you and you know it. And the same thing as that ship. It gives you a look of superiority because you are on the top of the ship, you can see the top of your ship and you can enjoy it. I know the ship has a narrow view, for example like Star Lance attack, but here you don't feel confined. You actually feel like you see even more. If you want even better view, go for 600i and 890 jump, but this is my favorite ship. So to conclude this, these are my two best ships in the game, my most beautiful ships in the game, so to say. This one I will always use when I want to go from point A to point B in a short notice and just to show off, to explore a little bit, to look around. And 400i is the ship that can do a legitimate gameplay, not at the top of its class like any other ship, but you can do everything in this. What are your most beautiful ships in the game? Write me down in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Until next video, have fun out there, my fellow citizens.